Hey everybody, how you doing? Shooting this video in a little bit of a different location than I normally do. So this is my house. This is my garden area. I'll give you a quick little glimpse here of this is our hangout area. I come out here every morning and just sit out here, do my my daily devotion, my thinking. There's hummingbirds out here that are there's like 4 of them out here in the morning, sometimes 6, chasing each other around. I call it the hummingbird show. It's really cool to see. The video I wanted to do today is a little bit different than normal. It definitely goes along with everything that I talk about, and it's something that is attributed to my success in the new construction and real estate industry, and that's the mindset. And I was reading a book the other day. It's called the Magic of Manifesting Money, and I'll share the link for that book. It's a really good book. I would definitely recommend that you read it. And I've always been a big believer in mindset, and if you're a positive thinker and you're expecting good things to come your way, then that's usually how things are going to go. I mean, there's definitely an energy in this world that is going to work with you or against you depending on what type of person you are. Now, going alongside with that is my faith. And I attribute, all of my success, and you hear this all the time, the athletes, I just want to thank God. And, some of them I'm sure are legit with that. But, when I say that from the bottom of my heart. Every morning when I come out here, I do a devotion. I have my prayer time. And I ask God to help me through my day and help me through the things that I'm going through, and to continue to provide and open doors for us. And the most important thing for me is take away any worry that I have. It's very easy for me to feel very overwhelmed and start, the mind's going a million miles a minute with all of the things that I have to do. And that creates almost like an upset stomach, anxiety type feeling. That's the worst. There's no worse feeling than that. And so I'm asking to have that replaced with a feeling of peace. I know that I have always been provided for, and anytime there are trials that come about or hard times, I've always gotten through, and I've gotten through with God, and He's always been there, and that I have just such strong faith because of that. So it fills me with a feeling of inner peace. And contrary to what I was just talking about, the feeling of inner peace and being peaceful inside and not worrying is the best feeling that you can have. But back to the book that I was reading. So it talked about the mindset, and it said that everything that you do is a win. And I thought about that, and it's not a cliche type thing, because I've literally gone back to, like the very first meeting that I had when I started selling new construction homes back in 2008. And this was before I knew how to vet people. So basically find out if they're real buyers or not, if they're pre-approved, or if I'm just wasting my time with them. And in the beginning, that's okay, because you need your practice. So I would say that if you're just getting into, this industry of real estate sales, new construction industry, don't even ask the people if they're qualified. Take a practice round with them. Do everything that you need to do. Maybe it'll turn out that they are, and you get a sale, you get a home build, you sell a home, that's great. But it may end up that, you do all of this work and then they can't do anything anyways, and that's okay, because you learned from it. And that's what I'm talking about right there, is that was a win for me. So when I met with these first clients, and they would come in during the weekdays, and there were, 2008, I mean, we were in the midst of a housing crash, so I didn't have anybody else coming in the doors anyway. So they would come in every day, lead me on, and it was fine. Again, learning experience for me. And ultimately we got to a point where, I figured out and found out that they can't do anything. They didn't have the financial means to do anything. And it was devastating at the time, because I was very hopeful that was going to be my first sale there. But now looking back on it, there was a win. I mean, that just gave me that much more experience. And then when it comes to real estate, there are certain things you may get into a type of a transaction or a situation if you're building a home where you've never encountered this type of situation. Something bad happens because of it, but you end up learning from that. So now the next go around, maybe the scenario could have been twice as bad. You know, maybe it could have been a lot more disastrous. Maybe you encountered a bad situation when you were building a spec home, and you got a kick in the shorts for that, but you learned from that. So now the next go around, now you're building a house for a customer, this same thing could have just as easily popped up, but because you learned from it the first time, it's not going to happen here, and that's a win. So anything that you do, no matter if it's an actual win at that point in time or if it's a fail, you know, you get an accepted offer on a property, you think everything is good to go there, and then the buyer backs out of the deal and you didn't realize that they had a certain contingency in there, you just didn't have any experience with that type of scenario before. Let's say that was a $150,000 house. Now, the next go around, you've got a $500,000 house listed. You get the same type of offer, the same type of contingency. Now you know that there is an out for this buyer. That may be something that you want to counter back. That's a win for you because you had a practice go around with this. So just remember that no matter what you do, I mean, it feels good to go about your day knowing that you really can't make any mistakes. And of course, you want to be mindful of things. You want to be diligent. I'm not just saying be careless and do whatever you want because it's going to be a win and a learning experience. Of course, that's not what I'm getting at, but don't be afraid to go out there and do things, and just know that every day that you walk out that door and you're building new homes or you're selling new construction or you're selling real estate, anything that you do, even if it doesn't end up turning into something that is going to put money in your pocket today, it's still a win. It's still going to give you experience. It's going to make you that much of a better salesperson, real estate agent, builder, whatever it is. This pertains to anything in life. It's going to make you that much better at what you do in the future. So that's really what I wanted to kind of get out today. And I want to start doing some more of these videos talking about what I attribute to my success, because of course, knowing how to do something, knowing how to build that spec home and do certain things, of course you need to know that, but you also need to know this as well. You need to have both. You need to have both tools in the toolbox in order to be successful with doing this. So I'm going to start doing some different videos where I'm maybe sharing different books. I've got another one that I can't think of what the name is right now, but I'm going to talk about it in a future video. This was a book I read when I was like 20 years old. My mom bought it for me, and it completely changed the way that I thought about everything. And I can really attribute who I am today, the confidence, the type of mindset that I have. The type of mindset that I have is, you know what, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to be successful at it. I understand there may be some bumps and bruises, but I know that I can do this. And most of it is in the mind and thinking about that. So there was this book that I read that talked about that, and that completely changed the way that I thought and basically set me upon the path that got me to where I am today and where I'm going to continue to keep going. So also, the other type of video that I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing a vlog on just what I have going on in my life right now. I have over $10 million of real estate listings right now. And I got, I'm primarily a home builder, but I do have a real estate company as well. And over the years, I continue to gain more clients, and I've been getting into, I work with farmers, so I've got, hundreds of acres listed. So I've got some really cool stuff going on, and I feel like it would just be good to share everything that I'm doing day to day. And maybe some of you will find that interesting. It'll just give me some more content to put out there. So thank you so much for your time. Real quick, I do have a coaching service that I offer. So if you are interested in that, and it pertains to real estate, home building, selling new construction. But really, I've had clients that aren't even in that industry that they just need somebody to talk to. They need fresh ideas. I feel like I'm well-rounded in the business world to where I can help with any type of business, but my specialty, real estate, new construction. So if you want to start building spec homes, if you just got into the industry, if you just need some motivation, whatever it is, I'll put my info in the description below.